Let me tell you something. If your enemies were smart, especially in the workplace, they would make you feel comfortable. If they were smart, they would make you feel comfortable. Okay? Because where there is comfort, you're not going to pursue any higher goals. You are just going to relax. You will be stagnated. You will be okay where you're at because nobody is bothering you. Nobody is targeting you. Nobody is monitoring you. People just welcome you and they applaud you and they comfort you and they sympathize with you and they make you feel welcome and part of the team and part of the club. Why would you ever leave? Why would you ever leave? You know why God doesn't allow or didn't allow people to make you feel comfortable? Do you know why God allowed people to roll up every so often when you were at the job and in the place and in that space and over there and wherever? You know why? Because God never, ever wanted you to mistake where you were for your final destination. He never ever wanted you to be comfortable in that spot because God is like, that's not the promised land. The wilderness ain't the promised land. If you get comfortable in the wilderness, you will think that that is the promised land. And God is like, that is not the promised land. That is part of the journey, but that's not your destination. And that's why he made those folks never welcome you, never ostracize you, segregated you, okay? Because God never wanted you to feel comfortable in a spot that was not your destination. It was all part of the plan, baby. If people welcome you and clap for you and did all that stuff, you would never leave. The counterfeit in that relationship could never be good to you. Because God never wanted you to mistake that person for your God-ordained person. That's why the counterfeit acted how they acted. That's why they were crazy. And they were this, that, and the other. Yeah. They're not who was ordained for you. All right? I'm telling you. So yeah, if your enemies were smart, if you don't ever want somebody to ever reach their full potential, just make them comfortable. I mean, watch how some toxic person is taking notes, be like, oh, okay, so that's how you do it. Interesting. Yeah. If you see potential in someone and you never ever want them to get there, make them feel comfortable. I mean, just give them the world. Okay? And that's why God did not allow them to do that, because God needed you to focus on the goal. He needed you to focus on the prize. And where you were at was just part of the journey. It was not where you needed to be. Okay? So if you're ever in a situation right now and you're like, why? How come nobody? They're not supposed to, friend. They're not supposed to. Because if you get too comfortable, you would never leave. All right?